Today, Saturday, the 4th of January 2025, we have some handpicked events to share with you, of course, which will be backed up by stats to help you make your pick in the list to boost your winning by greater percent. So we have about 3 to 4 games to share with you on this list. And looking at the first event here, we are looking at England in the Premier League. So let's look at Premier League. We have the first game here, Aston Villa against Leicester. For this event, first I'll share with you the stat in terms of form. Based on the stands, Aston Villa sit on the 9th position and Leicester on the 19th. And the rating for Aston Villa for it to lead is 87%. And that of Leicester is a very small percent. But first, I want us to look at the stand here based on placement performance of Aston Villa at home. They sit here on the 4th position based on home classification. And for 10 games played at home, they have had 5 leads, scoring 17 goals and conceding 12. And Leicester, on the other hand, based on the way game played, proved to be very conceding and with a very poor offense. And looking at the recent stands or the comparison of events they have had by matches played, you're going to see here that Aston Villa recently have scored 28 goals, and while that of its opponent have scored 22 games based on recent events they have had for home and away gameplay. And the conceding power of Leicester proved to be more, 42 goals conceded. And this graph will show us that. And looking at the recent game played of Aston Villa at home, you're going to see that the performance of Aston Villa at home have always proved to score between 2 goals in major events, that like 2 goals in most events. And they have had games with strong teams. But comparing to that of Leicester, based on recent events, they have had a lot of major losses with a high conceding power. They have had games against Wolves, against Newcastle, against Liverpool, and they have recorded huge losses. And looking at its opponent here, their performance has proved to be better in terms of recent event game played they have had. And looking here, we are looking at the fact that Aston Villa, for it to win, based on a straight win here, by odds is 1.33. So we are looking here at Aston Villa to lead or to give it draw no bet for Aston Villa. Those are the 2 events we are looking at. Aston Villa to either lead or to draw. That is draw no bet, double chance, or Aston Villa to lead. Those are the 2 options. And that's the first pick for this event. Aston Villa to either lead or to give it a double chance. So looking at the next event, we are looking at still the Premier League, but this time Man City against West Ham United. So we are looking at Man City. So let's look at that. We have it here against West Ham United. And we are looking here, comparison, Man City to lead. The odd is 1.30. And we don't want to look for a straight lead, but we also want to look at least 1.5 or 2.5 goals to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the stands performance of these, Man City at home have proved to be good. They have had 9 events recently, scoring 17 goals, conceding 13, as compared to West Ham on the other hand, which defensive line is not very tough. And of course, the recent game performance in terms of recent event they have had, the recent head-to-head, which you can see here between these 2, you're going to see that recently Man City had a game against West Ham, and they have met this year twice with a total of 4 goals. As you can see, 4 goals have always been scored. Man City play at the way recently is scored 3 goals is to 1. At this time, Man City is coming home. They still have a good form in terms of scoring capacity. And looking at the recent performance of Man City by recent game they have had games against Leicester where they had a lead, against Everton and Aston Villa as well. West Ham, on the other hand, based on this tournament, have also had gameplays where they at least score between 1 goals in each event. So for this particular gameplay, we are looking at least 1.5 or 2.5 goals to occur in this match in full time. So looking at the next event here, we want to look in the Turkish Super League. So we want to look at Galatasaray against Göztepe, Turkish Super League. So I'll try to minimize this drop down table. Okay, I think I cannot. So let's go to Turkish Super League. Turkish in the Super League. So we have it here. So we are looking at Galatasaray against Göztepe. So both of the two teams have recent forms that are good. 1 and 4th position of the league table. And the rating for Galatasaray to lead is 92% with 18,000 votes. So we are looking at Gala to lead as one of the major pick, but of course, goals possibility is our major pick here for this event. At least 1.5 or 2.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the stands here, the rating for Gala in terms of the game performance they have had at home prove that, of course, Gala is a good offensive team in terms of recent event they have had. And looking at matches, let me try to reload this particular area. Looking at the match event they have recently had for Galatasaray, which is the home, they have proved that for this tournament they are very good, scoring between 4 to 5 and even 3 goals in each event. The offensive power of Gala is very strong. That of Göztepe, on the other hand, also have a good offensive power. And looking at the recent head-to-head which they have had for this particular here, let's look. They have met not any time this year, and since they are coming to meet for this, as you can see here, they are coming to meet for the first time for this particular here. Of course, both sides want to try every possibility to impress. So of course, we are looking at least the possibility of high shoots on and off target, resulting to goals probability. So 1.5 or 2.5 goals is one of the best pick we want to look at for this event. The performance of Gala at home, based on home game played, you can see they are very good. For 9 events, they have had 7 wins have been recorded. 25 goals have been scored with 13 conceded goals compared to Göztepe based at away, which also, of course, as you can see here, proved that the defensive line is not very tight, giving that opportunity for goals to occur. So we are looking at least 1.5 or 2.5 goals to occur in this event in full time. So of course, looking at the next event here, we want to look at France in the Ligue 1. So let's look at France. So we are looking at France here. We are looking at Lyon against Montpellier. For this event, Lyon proved to have a very high offensive power, sitting on the 5th place, its opponent on the 18th position. So Lyon here is 91 rating for it to lead. So we are looking at Lyon to win or to give it a double chance as well. Its performance based on recent event they have had by home game played, Lyon here is good offensive team. For 7 game played, they have had 4 wins. 15 goals scored, 11 conceded. That's a good offense. And looking at its opponent based on the way, the defense of its opponent is not that very tight. They are very weak at defense. And we look at Lyon to take that advantage of that weak defense. And that is why we want to look at Lyon to lead as one of the major pick or to give it a double chance. And looking at the rating in terms of home and away gameplay, you're going to see that its opponent concede more, 38 goals concede recently, and Lyon score more. Looking at the performance of Lyon recently in terms of this tournament, you're going to see that Lyon, the rating is good. For recent game, they have had scoring 3 to 4 goals in each event. But that of its opponent, on the other hand, of course, the defensive line is not good. They concede at least between two goals in each event, giving Lyon that chance to try to lead in full time, or of course, to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goals to occur in this match in full time. And these are the events we have to share with you. You want to make sure to find at least your own odd in this list to boost your winning. You want to make sure to go ahead to like, subscribe, so that you're going to follow the next upcoming match prediction picks, which we have to share with you. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.